Hello everybody and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm so excited to post this. I've been wanting to post a YouTube video for absolutely ages, but I've just never known what content to post. So this is a really good start, and this is going to be my current daily practice. So this is going to be 10 stretches which I've put together. I've been doing these for about a week now and I've already been seeing results in terms of progress. And starting out, we're going to just be getting into these hip openings, or the leg openings, whatever you want to call them. I don't know the proper term for them, but yeah, you can see how to do them. Keep your hips and your waist as kind of stiff or as static as you can, and you're just trying to gently open the legs up on either side, one to the left, then to the right. Get that knee as close to the ground as you can. And once you've done 8, you can move on to the other side. I find these a really good way to start off the stretches. They're a good, easy one. Everyone can do them. They're very beginner friendly, and it's just a good way to warm up before the harder stretches coming up later on. Once you've done 8 on either side, you can go on to the doubles, just 2 ways. Yeah, I think these look really cool as well. These look cool to do before an athletic event, like you're doing. And I'd recommend doing this whole routine about an hour after you wake up. They say, obviously, I don't know, but they say that you've got spinal fluid in your spine just after you wake up, so it's not a great time to do them, but about an hour after you wake up is I'd say it's fine. Next, we're going to be doing the Seiza sit. So this is basically sitting on your own feet. Some people this is going to be so easy, some people it's going to be really difficult. For me, myself, this has been really difficult. I've actually been practicing this for a good few months now, and because starting out I had a good 6 inches gap between the balls of my feet and my bottom. So this is a really good, I've made really good progress on this. This has been the one thing that I've been practicing not every single day, but quite a lot. And we're going to hold this for about 90 seconds. You can just copy me in the video. I do have to have some sort of support, supporting the natural arch in your feet, because I can't get that foot completely straight, and it hurts quite a lot for me to have all my weight on that arch. So I just have a bit of a cushion there just to support that arch for me. Hopefully by the end of the month, I'll be able to do this without any support. That's my goal. You'll find with this one, once you first get into it, it's really stiff, it's really hard, but the longer you stay in it, honestly, the easier it gets. If you find this one real easy, obviously do it without the cushion, and if you're able to, you can split your legs, split your ankles apart, and try and sit in that gap. So get your bottom to the floor. I have to really gradually come out, because I found this really hard today for some reason. Between each of these exercises, you can take as long as a break as you want. I don't recommend having more than a 2-minute break, but it's up to you. You can even do some other improvised stretches. I find I do these quite a lot. I'll do like a random stretch which just feels right to do. And next up, we're doing this upper back stretch. So you need to just find a wall, or basically anything of the level of your hips. Put your arms on them, rest them up, and then bend from the hips, keeping your back as straight as you possibly can. You're just going to push down and really open up that upper back area. So your upper back, your shoulders, a little bit of chest, and just your neck area. This is also opening up the hamstrings, and if you're able to get your legs straight for this, then that's really good. I guess I'm kind of straight, my legs, but I get so much, so I feel a lot of pressure in the back of my knees. That's where I really struggle, and also in the hamstrings. So I'm really hoping to increase my hamstring flexibility. I believe it's they call it hamstring lengthening, but I'm not sure what it's actually doing to my hamstrings. Next up, we'll be doing quad extensions. So I do highly recommend that you have a cushion or something to rest your knee on for this one. Besides this, you don't need any equipment for this whole routine, which is really cool. And get in this position like a lunge. Keep your limbs parallel to one another, and then reach back and pick up that back foot and get it as close to your body as you possibly can. This is going to feel a lot of pressure on the quad, obviously, and also the foot, depending on how you hold it. You can it's also opening up the hip. It's a good hip opener, and you can really try and keep your body and your hips as straight as you possibly can in terms of from the bottom of your knee that's touching the ground. You want a straight line straight to your head, which I'm not demonstrating too well in this video, but yeah, that's what you're going for. As I said, this is all very new to me also, so in a month's time I'll be doing the exact same routine and show you all how much progress I've made, how much better my flexibility is, and tell you my thoughts and how I'm feeling in general. So we're just holding these on 60 seconds either leg, gradually slowly come out, and then you can switch sides. This is a lot of balance, I find, so that's why I'm tucked against the wall. I'm just slightly leaning on the wall just to support my balance. And that's the wrong leg. I think I switch over now. Yeah, there you go. And you can just grab the other leg. I find that one leg is always different to the other one. In this case, this second leg I found a lot more stiff. It felt like a lot more pressure on my quad, and you can see my my body is even worse in terms of how straight it is from my knee to my head. That wants to be straight. I've got quite a big arch going on. And again, we'll just hold this one for 60 seconds. Try and let go a little bit more gently than I can, but that's what I did for some reason. It's not good to really quickly come out of these stretches for obvious reasons. If you do them, you'll know that it just doesn't feel right. Next up, we're going to be doing the crab. So with your arms behind you in this position, this is if you just lift your hips up, that's the I suppose the beginner version of this one. But if you can get your hips all the way up to get a bridge going between your arms and your feet, then this is going to be the more advanced version of the stretch, which I can do for this one, because this is stretching out the shoulder, the chest, and that upper back area once again. Also the hands, you'll see that I've got my hands behind me facing the sofa as opposed to having them facing towards my feet. If I've done a lot of exercise in my hands, for example, if I've gone rock climbing, I will really struggle to get my hands how I have them here. However, I didn't do any exercise yesterday, so I'm able to really stretch them out today. If you do want to have an even more intense stretch, you can lean forward, as I kind of am rocking a little bit forward, and that's going to just even more stretch out those shoulders. So next up on the list is going to be the downward dog position. This is I suppose the most well-known yoga pose or mobility slash stretching pose. It is really good. It feels incredible. People, if you can only do one of these stretches out of the whole routine, out of the all 10, this is the one to do. It stretches out every single muscle and joint on your whole body. It does your whole upper back, your lower back, your spine, your glutes, hips, and then also the hamstrings and legs and calves. If you're really good, you'll be able to get your feet flat on the floor and your legs straight. Of course, I can't. This is the leg flexibility is where I really struggle, and that is the reason I'm doing all these, is to increase my leg flexibility. The legs are a focus in this whole practice, as you'll notice. You just have to really push down on with your body. You can see, try and get like a straight V shape. That's what you're aiming for, but I'm unable to do that because I'm not that flexible. I'm actually quite inflexible, but that's why we're doing it. Next up, we'll be doing a 90-second squat, a deep squat. For some people this is going to be really easy, for some people you'll really struggle. I actually find this easy for some reason, I'm not sure why. This is me just looking at the time, you don't need to do that. I've got a clock on the wall behind me, that's why. That's how I'm measuring the time for each of these. And you can see I've got my hands creating a wedge, and I'm just kind of forcing my knees apart to really open up the hips. I guess that's the advanced version of this stretch. And an easier version would be putting something underneath both of the balls of your feet to elevate that part of your feet, and then that's going to make it a lot easier. Along with the Seiza sit, which we did as the second stretch, this is a really good one that you can just incorporate into your life. Just whenever you get a chance, you can literally just sit down and do this. This is going to be a really good practice one. I'll turn. My back is quite rounded, which is mainly a result of me putting my hands Thank